Yeah, it sounds good. I mean, it's not something that you really go out to set to do when you're coming in the league, but if you stick around long enough and obviously try to play the game honest and hard. And I think the cool thing is not necessarily the number, but it's just the guys at the top of that list. I think are honest guys, and for me, I played against a lot of them, and I recognize when they're on the ice, and it's usually a hard night, a hard shift. So to be up there with those guys, it's an honor. And one guy like Brooks Orpik, I looked up to him in a lot of ways too. I know he's played a lot against him, and he's a warrior out there, and huge in the playoffs and won a couple of cups. So it's great to be kind of up there with a guy like that.
Nice hit to set that record on too. Seemed like you got chicken pretty good behind the net there.
Yeah, I played with him. He was my D partner when he first came in the league as an 18-year-old, and we spent a good portion of the year together. So before overtime, I thanked him for that. Just skating into my corner there on the power play. So he had a good chuckle about it.
Did you have a hit counter in your head? Like, you never really know exactly.
No,
like, you come in after periods.
No, it's interesting. Like, obviously going into the game, you're kind of aware of where things are at, but in the midst of the game, it's hard to decipher sometimes. You think maybe it's a hit and it's uncounted for. It's kind of different in every building too, honestly. I mean, some buildings, they're a little more stingy than others, so you never really know. You just try to go out there and play hard every shift. And I was surprised to see it up there, I guess, and really thankful for the fans to kind of give me a little bit of a cheer there. So pretty honored that way.
We all hit the boards there. How worried were you?
Yeah, I was. I mean, I saw it out of the corner of my eye. I was in the opposite corner, and obviously when you see a guy down there and he's kind of wincing in pain a little bit, so obviously you're concerned. Went up to the guy and just kind of acknowledged that it's not okay. So nothing came out of it, which is fine. You don't want to. I don't know if it was we were down one or tied game at that point in the third, but you don't want to take a reckless penalty either to it, trying to make up for something like that. So luckily we saw back in the game and he's okay.
How about the importance of getting this win on a night where maybe everything wasn't perfect for the group, but you find a way?
Yeah, I mean, I said that before the game to the group. We're talking amongst ourselves, and the Coyotes are a hard-working team, and we're the last team that should be ever taken anyone lightly or for granted. So I mean, the Coyotes played hard tonight. They work hard. I think they're well coached. They bring it every night, despite what their record shows. And there's no easy nights in the NHL. So you got to take the wins for sure when you can get them, and hopefully we can continue to build off that.
Not only are you setting records, Luke, but you could argue that you're playing the best hockey of your career right now. How do you feel about your game this season?
Yeah, I mean, that's my mindset. Is I don't really, care, about age. Obviously, a lot of guys, seem to fall off kind of into their 30s, especially. But my mindset is try to get better with age. So that's kind of one thing I'm focused on, and obviously try to work at different parts of my game and try to evolve a little bit as the league evolves, and just try to be steady and work with the puck a little bit. But yeah, I mean, there's some guys that you do see get better in their 30s, and that's kind of the group that I'd rather be associated with rather than the guys that drop off.
What's been the key for you for defying Father Time a little bit?
I mean, it's been a few years in the making as far as when I first got sent down. Just kind of working with. I spent a lot of time with Adam Oates in the off season and work on a lot of focus mentally too. Just kind of figuring out different things and realizing that you can't necessarily reinvent yourself as a player, but you definitely got to evolve and try to work on different things in my game that contribute and bring value to the team.
And Luke, can you describe how it felt when the announcement happened? You looked like you were a little bit sort of surprised by the cheer you got from your teammates in the crowd.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a tie game in the third period there, and I looked up and they kind of had a little bit of a hit video going, and right after that they announced it, and for the crowd to kind of get on their feet and give me a little bit of an ovation, which is more than you could ever ask for. Really, really appreciative to the fan base here. I absolutely love playing in Vancouver, and the fans are awesome to us every night, and they want to cheer. And when you're acknowledged like that, I feel really grateful for it.